So, we learned about two types of fear. First one, fear of punishment. And we explained this is not really a relationship with God. You're just afraid of His punishment, not of Him. Second type of fear of God is fear of sin. Because sin disconnects a person from God, therefore you fear being disconnected from the source of life. Of course, every single creature is constantly being created by God. So there's no such a thing as a creature disconnected from God. There's no such a thing as God being far from you. What does that mean? It means that His presence is not something tangible in your life. It's not something you can feel with your heart in your life. It's not something you actually think about and contemplate in your mind. That's what it means to be far from God. In other words, a simple example, like two people that are really, really close one to each other, but you know what? They're facing opposite directions. Their backs, they are back to back, but their faces are facing different directions, even though physically speaking, they are actually very close, back to back. However, spiritually speaking, they're really far. This is what it means to be far from God. He's everywhere. And He's creating you at the same time that you're doing something, maybe, God forbid, you're doing something against His will. But He is creating you at that particular moment. He's giving you strength, livelihood, life, etc., etc. Now, there's a higher level of fear of God. And this is called Iras Elohim in Hebrew, being afraid of God, of the Lord. What does it mean, the Lord? The word Elohim itself, when you actually add up each letter of that word, it comes up to the number 86. And the word Hateva, which means the nature, it also adds up to the number 86. So that means that this particular name of God is responsible for the creation of nature. Therefore, when you actually meditate on nature, and God willing, in the next class, we'll talk about this deeply. When you meditate about the nature, you actually start fearing the God that actually creates the nature. And this is really the first level of fearing God, actually.